I know you like to bet on baseball. And as a baseball gal, you get Braves and Yankees tonight, also Orioles at the Astros this weekend. But tonight, and you talked about this earlier, we get Chris Sale and Carlos Rodon. Then on Saturday, or Sunday, I should say, Max Fried and Nasty Nestor going at it. This should be a really great series.
Yeah, one would think, right? At least based on the history of these two teams. And the fact that the Yankees just got smoked by the Orioles 17-5, that couldn't have felt good. And I know the Yankees have had some injuries. Aaron Judge has been banged up. But still, this is another big series for the Yankees and what some are calling a possible World Series preview. Because the Yankees playing great baseball right now. And, of course, the Braves are always in it when it comes to the National League. But for me, I'm going to go with the first 5 under. I said this on the Wheel of Bets. I think it might be one of my bets because I really like it. Chris Sale, if anybody knows how to pitch at Yankee Stadium, it's Chris Sale, somebody who pitched for the Red Sox. And plus, he is having a great season. The strikeouts there, the stuff is returned, and he's been really consistent. I know the Yankees have a lot of home run hitters, but Chris Sale is very good at stranding runners with all of those strikeouts. Meanwhile, you look at Carlos Rodon going against a Braves lineup that's kind of feast or famine these days. Last year, it was the Braves as the number 1 best overall offense in baseball. But if you look at the numbers this year, Atlanta's bats aren't nearly as ferocious as they were last season. If you look, at WRC Plus, which is the premier projecting metric when it comes to the offense, Atlanta ranking just 14th in baseball. Even when you look at the more traditional metrics, Atlanta 12th in OPS. So I think both of these things kind of spell a first 5 under. 2 great pitchers, and Atlanta offense has kind of been a bit stagnant as of late. So we'll go first 5 under 4.5 for -120.
Okay. I like that quite a bit. So also, I got to have you repeat it for me. Don't you like Chris Sale and his value right now to win the Cy Young?
Well, I've already bet on it, so
there you go.
I don't know what the number is now, but I will continue pounding the drum for Chris Sale to win the Cy Young. And this is a big series. When you have all the eyeballs looking at you, this is kind of what you need if you are campaigning for any type of award. So this could be a big start for Chris Sale. I was going to look at his earned runs prop, but I don't know. The Yankees lineup still kind of scares me a bit. And also, it's not posted at BetMGM just yet. So we'll see how Chris Sale does. I'll be rooting for him.
Okay, well, let me ask you about this game. Orioles at the Astros. Now, normally you might say, okay, this isn't very interesting to me, but Houston's Jake Bloss will make his major league debut tonight. Was part of a recent combined no-hitter in Double-A. He's 3-1 with a 1.61 ERA in 8 starts in Double-A with 35 strikeouts in 44 2/3 innings. The O's are -155. The Astros are +125. Total is set at 8 and a hook. Do you just go with the O's here just because you can get them at a decent price? They have G-Rod on the mound. Or how do you take a guy who's crushed it in the minors and translate that to the majors?
Okay, so he's putting up good numbers in Double-A. You know who else was putting up good numbers? Luis Gil. He was putting up good numbers in the major leagues. The guy had an ERA south of 2. And guess what happened when he faced these Baltimore bats? He gave up 7 earned runs. So these Baltimore bats, it doesn't matter who you are, they are going to score their runs. And I think the bottom line for me is, you touched on it, you're getting Baltimore at a pretty solid price here. Yeah. -155, I know it sounds a little chalky, but still, any way you slice it, Baltimore is the much better team. I feel like the market is still giving way too much credit to a Houston team that's 35-40. They are 19-19 at home. As favorites, they would be dogs in this situation. They're 7-7. So none of the numbers go for Houston here. I feel like it's a team that's consistently overvalued. Meanwhile, you look at Baltimore, even on the road, they are a blistering 24-11. And as favorites this year, they're 39-19. So let's go O's. In this house, we do not fade the Orioles.
Man, I might just add that to the card. I just found it at -148. You take it now. Let's go. I think I'm on that as well. Hell yeah. And G-Rod. Yeah, who cares? Exactly. I'll tell you what I do care about. I'm ready for this. Maybe I'll take out the lovely Catherine and say, can we sit over there where the TV is so I can watch Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final? Panthers and Oilers. All of a sudden, We have a very intriguing series here in the Stanley Cup. Oilers are minus 120. The Panthers are even money. Total set at 5 and a hook. I kind of think the Oilers are going to win tonight. They have all of the momentum. And, Bill, I think you're with me here. Doesn't it just look like the way Connor McDavid is playing out of his mind right now? Like, this is legendary Hall of Fame stuff, the way he's playing, particularly if somehow, some way, the Oilers win this series. I think we get a Game 7 in Florida, honestly. All the momentum on Edmonton's side. And that atmosphere, I'm getting chills thinking about it. That atmosphere in Edmonton is just going to be absolutely incredible. Raucous tonight. Cheap price with the home team. Sergei Bobrovsky could always stand on his head. He can stop anyone. But with the way the Oilers look right now, they have figured something out. That offense looks like a machine. So I think I would just take the Oilers at minus 120. It's not going to be an official bet, but honestly, I just really, really cannot wait for this game.
Well, and plus the hopes and dreams of the entire country are resting on the Oilers here.
That's
When's
the
the last
thing.
time they won a Stanley Cup? 1993? Something like that? This is supposed to be their sport. And they have a team from Florida, a warm weather state from America that's serving them L after L. So I feel like the stakes in this one are a little bit higher for the Oilers. And plus, it's a home game. I have been beating the drum of like just fade Canada, and I'll stick to that. But I'm going to be a little petty here because Jenks, we did an MVP Monday segment that Social posted on Instagram, and I was saying nice things about Connor McDavid, how he is a good player. And I feel like that is a very tepid statement and a true statement. And of course, somebody in the comments was like, she doesn't know about hockey. Connor McDavid sucks. He always chokes. So I kind of want the Oilers to win now. Be like, see, he doesn't choke.
Let me tell you something. If someone tells you that Connor McDavid sucks, they don't know about hockey. Seriously. One of the best players in the game. Are you kidding me? Easily.
So
it's not even close.
Choke?
No. I don't know where that comes from. I don't know what.
I didn't
People
either.
are idiots. People are idiots. Seriously. This guy's probably taking a one-game sample size. I don't know what he's talking about. Connor McDavid has been great in this series.
And you got to remember, you go back to that because Game 1, we talked about Bobrovsky, I think, was an MVP Monday the week later.
Yep.
After McDavid was it for the Western Conference Finals, and we had put him up as MVP Monday. The next week, we talked about Bobrovsky stealing Game 1 because Edmonton dominated the play the entire game, and he just made save after save after save. Had a couple of just stone-cold saves on Connor McDavid in that game as well. So this really could easily be 3-2 the other way.
Yeah.
If it hadn't been for Game 1.
No, I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. So this is going to be a fantastic, and plus I want to see a Game 7. Don't you want to see a Games after the NBA Finals, which are
Yeah, we
so
deserve
gross.
it.
Yes, we
do.
do.
This for us, NHL.
Yes.
We need this.
We need a good game, and we've got one right now. We have a great series, a lot of intrigue here with the way this has gone back and forth. And so that's something I'm going to be watching tonight.